Hello, it's Friday, January the 16th. Our lesson today is about abounding grace. Abounding, what does abounding mean? It means overflowing. It means an abundance of. And grace, we know what that is. That's something that we don't deserve. Romans 5:20 says, the law was added so that the trespass might increase. But where sin increased, grace increased all the more. What is grace? Well, one definition is grace is God's favor to the unworthy, or God's benevolence on the undeserving. Grace is something we don't deserve. God blesses us. We don't deserve it at all. In the Bible, grace is called a gift from God. So let's take a look at grace as a gift. First thing, when given a gift, nothing is expected in return. It's not, I give you a gift, you give me a gift. It's not, you pay for this. A gift is something in which nothing is required in return. That's grace. Another idea, there is no cost to the person receiving the gift. When you receive a gift for your birthday or Christmas or something, you don't have to pay for it. There's no cost. There's no cost. When God gives us grace, there's no cost for it. Third, once the gift is given, ownership is turned over from the giver to the receiver. So when we receive grace, we are now the owner of grace. We've received this grace. Somebody doesn't come back and say, no, you can't have that, and they take it away. No, the grace has been given to us. And fourth, the giver voluntarily gives grace to the receiver. See, when God gives us grace, he's not compelled to. He doesn't have to do it. He doesn't do it out of compulsion or anybody making him do it. He does it. Why? He does it voluntarily. Why? Because he loves us. The giver voluntarily gives the gift. The giver gives grace. And then grace is not deserved or paid for by the receiver. God, in his incredible love, in his abounding love, gives us abounding grace. Now you think about it. Why should God be so good to us? Why should he give us so much? I don't know, but he does. And it's just totally amazing. Totally amazing. No wonder it's called Amazing Grace. There was a young girl. She was tired of her parents' strict rules, and she ran away from home. And she ran to the wrong people, and they took advantage of her, and they used her. And finally the day came when she came to her senses, kind of like the prodigal son, and she went home. But she wasn't sure. She contacted her parents to ask if she could come home, and they said yes, absolutely. So they sent her money for a bus ride to get back to home. And as the bus approached the bus stop, which in her hometown, she's sitting there and she looked out, and there was a numerous people, and she recognized it was family and friends. And they had signs and balloons and food and welcoming her home. She got off the bus very sheepishly, and she walked over to her dad and said, Dad, I don't deserve it. He says, shh, daughter. Now is a time for celebrating. Now is a time for us being grateful for your return. There'll be time for us to talk later. She was receiving grace. She was receiving acceptance, love. Did she deserve it? No. Did she have to pay for it? No. It was given to her voluntarily by her family and her friends out of love. See, that's what God does to us. Abounding grace. Think of the grace God has given you. Oh my. Sometimes just sit down and make a list of the times you have been a recipient of God's grace. If that doesn't make you love him, I don't know what will. Have a good day.